So I'm Nachimuthu. I'm giving the update on the cloud service model. Again, I'm a representative for the work group. I think a lot of work is done by the team members here. Just kind of recap, sorry. On the just an overview of the project, basically this project is to kind of create a comprehensive model for servicing the what you're doing in the fleet in a manner that you can produce some of the tangible works that you can use it and validate it and you can deploy it, right? So also what we are trying to do is look at all the different small scale and large scale and how do we kind of create a mechanism where we can work with the different teams and enable them to create some solutions that can be used in the cloud or enterprise or any different sizes. And we want to comprehend all the different vendors that you can participate. That's the original goal of the work group. And it's going across multiple different disciplines, not one particular project. So we need to influence different work streams to get the work done. But we have to do the initial work in order to go and work with other teams. So if you look at the timeline, like we started last year, we formed the team and did the initial work and identified some of the topics that we want to work on it. As we presented 3 different topics last year as a very high level concepts. Now we spend a lot of time driving into the details of those concepts, and finally we are able to create 2 specifications. One is really a specification, another one is a white paper. And today we're going to have all those details in our session, breakout sessions. And also we're going to have a panel with more forward-looking discussions on it. And the goal is to really release a specification by end of this year. We have a draft already available. If you are already a participating member, you can review. Then we want to release the specs by end of this year and enable research and work on the this year's deliverable for next year. And also we will work on the top 2 topics. Let me tell what it is. The one we completed is the telemetry data sharing model that you can basically extend the Redfish interface using OCPI OEM extensions. Then you can basically able to extend the telemetry at a data center level, not just the node level, right? That is a spec already available. And the another one is really today we have BMC that is producing the out of band Redfish interface. What we are trying to do here is using an in-band same mechanism that you can able to produce similar data through in-band, which much more richer bandwidth and everything. Again, we have another presentation today in breakout session. You can come and see the more details there. And like I said, right, we are going to publish the spec by end of this year by December. Then the next 2 items what we are really looking is, so if we have a spec, we want to create some sample data so that you can enable some of the research on those data. Another one is Google is looking into creating an open source for the IMA item that we want to enable that. The next year we are really looking into enabling lifecycle management at scale. There are multiple umbrella underneath. And also what we want to do is security on the cloud service model itself, right? If you are sharing the data, what you can share, what you cannot share, that kind of things that we need to discuss and come up with a recommendation from this work group. And like I said, right, we have 3 different topics in the afternoon. Please join us. And also we have one panel session with 7 different companies participating. Please come and join us. We have some of the links. We are going to update these materials once we are releasing the document by end of the year. Any questions?
Hey, Sammy, it's Alan.
Yeah.
For your clouds, the model and the white paper, so the spec that you're releasing in the IMA white paper, those will be published to the wiki?
Yeah, that's a plan. We need to, right now we have a draft ready. We are going through internal company's approval process. Once that is done, then we will publish it in the wiki.
Okay. Yeah. And then what is your hope with that? Like what type of engagement are you hoping for?
So the main thing is, once you have for example, the telemetry data sharing model, you can use that mechanism to create some tools to analyze the data. So what we want to the different companies to participate, and like you have data that you can release in a standard format that allows a lot of people to create tools and make a recommendation on the errors or predictive failure, that kind of things. You can do a lot more analysis on it. Once you have that mechanism, then people can say like, hey, I have a tool. Yeah, you can work with the companies to either use it in whatever the engagement you want to do, right, in the business sense.
And then what level of fidelity could we expect from this? Because the big theme of our industry is these AI ML systems that are inherently back-ended and interconnected. And so that's a big update that we're doing to our production tooling stack. Correct.
So if you basically like once you have this tool, right, the two things we are enabling, right? We are enabling rich set of telemetry data to be collected, and also you can use the tools to analyze it. Once you are able to analyze it, you can internalize as your product. How do you connect your the life cycle? That you are getting the data today, you are making some recommendation, then the recommendation is going to be much richer. You can do a feedback into the loop to enrich what you are doing today to make it better.
Okay, so I'm hearing that you all have thought about that complexity of that kind of fidelity down to sub-node level and sub-module level.
Correct. We thought about it, but we need to do a lot more. You need to slice the data further, okay, and look into how you want to make a recommendations, right?
Do you see potential future convergence with the AI workstream, the co-design workstream, to kind of understand and co-design the tools around?
So there is one, the debug and the work group going on. So we are having an initial discussion with them. There may be some additional things from other work groups. We have not gone into talk with this work groups yet. We are thinking once we have this spec after this release, we will go and talk to the groups and basically get them engaged. Okay, anything else?
Any other questions? Thank you, Sami.
Okay, thank you. We're looking forward to seeing you all.